Hey everyone, and welcome back to STEM Powered. Today we're going to be talking about space. To understand space, we first need to understand how the universe began. The most commonly accepted theory for this is the Big Bang Theory, which states that 13.8 billion years ago, the universe was a single point filled with heat, particles, and energy. This single point expanded to create the universe, and it's still expanding to this day. This initial expansion released a lot of heat, but eventually the universe cooled down enough so that the particles could start to form atoms and eventually galaxies. There are two key pieces of evidence that support this theory. The first is that there are images from the Hubble telescope that show that galaxies are moving away from us. This means that at one point the galaxies were closer together. The second piece of evidence is called cosmic background. Originally, light couldn't pass through the universe because of scattered electrons, but once atoms formed light, they could pass through it. This afterglow is called cosmic background, and it can still be found in the universe today. As the universe cooled down, proton, neutron, and electron particles joined to form atoms. These atoms would then form different elements. The most common elements were hydrogen and helium. Clouds of hydrogen and helium gas would then condense together to create a nebula. Nebulas also contain traces of older stars. When a nebula is under enough pressure, the nuclei of the atoms will fuse to create a new star. For years, humans have recognized patterns in the stars. These patterns are called constellations. The first recorded instance of a constellation comes from cave paintings in France. Today, the International Astronomical Union defines specific constellations by stating the official boundaries of its sky coordinates. There are 88 official constellations according to the IAU. Most of these constellations have Greek origins and were identified by Claudius Ptolemy. Two common and easily recognizable constellations are Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, which translates to Big Bear and Small Bear. According to Greek mythology, Zeus fell in love with a nymph named Callisto. His wife Hera, the goddess of marriage, was jealous and turned Callisto into a bear. When Callisto's son Arcas saw his mother, he tried to shoot her, so Zeus turned him into a bear as well. These constellations can be found by identifying the Big and Little Dippers, which are asterisms, not constellations. An asterism is a pattern of stars that are related to a constellation and are widely recognized. Another popular constellation is Orion. The name of this constellation originates from a myth about a Greek hunter who is said to be the son of Poseidon, the god of the sea. There are multiple myths surrounding this constellation. One of the more common ones is that Orion was killed by the scorpion that would become the constellation Scorpius. Orion can be found by looking for its asterism, Orion's belt. Another constellation is Gemini, which is Latin for twins. According to Greek mythology, there once was a set of twins named Castor and Pollux. Castor's father was the mortal king of Sparta, but Pollux's father was Zeus. When Castor was killed, Pollux begged Zeus to make his brother immortal. Zeus immortalized both brothers by placing them in the stars together. This constellation is one of the 12 constellations that make up the zodiac signs, and it can be found by looking around Orion. Aside from Gemini, there are 11 other constellations related to zodiac signs. The other 11 are Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Leo, and Cancer. Zodiac signs are a part of astrology, a pseudoscience based on the idea that information, such as a person's personality type, can be determined by the location of objects in the sky. So, for our experiment today, we're going to be designing our own constellations. There are many different ways you can do this. You can design it on the computer, poke holes in a piece of paper, or simply draw it. However you do it, the important thing is that you have fun with it. You can also give your constellation a name and a backstory to go along with it. Let's take a look at some of the constellations that the members of the Women in STEM Club created. Those looked great, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another one of our activities. Bye!